Welcome everyone to our in-depth series on Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Today, we'll be covering Law 1. Never outshine the master, a crucial principle for anyone looking to navigate power dynamics in professional or personal settings. Whether you're navigating a corporate ladder, leading a team, or managing personal relationships, understanding this law is foundational to mastering power dynamics. Today, we'll uncover the psychological reasoning behind this law, share real-life examples, and give you practical tips for applying it in your own life. This law is about understanding the psychology of those in authority and ensuring that, while you excel in your role, you don't make your superiors feel threatened by your success. Whether you're in a workplace environment, a leadership position, or simply building relationships, mastering this law can have a profound impact on your success. Let's dive into the heart of this law. What does it mean to never outshine the master? In essence, this law tells us to be cautious about how we display our talents and accomplishments when we're around those in power. People, especially those in positions of authority, often have fragile egos. If they sense that you are outshining them, making them look less competent or less impressive, they may see you as a threat, which can damage your relationship with them or even cost you opportunities. This doesn't mean you should be incompetent or hide your abilities. Instead, it's about being strategic in how you present yourself. Show competence, but don't outshine your superior. Remember, in the game of power, it's not always about being the best, it's about making others feel secure and respected. Now, let's look at some historical examples to see how this law plays out in real life. A famous case is that of Nicolas Fouquet, the finance minister under King Louis XIV of France. Fouquet was a brilliant politician, but his downfall came when he tried to showcase his wealth and power in a grand spectacle. He threw an extravagant party at his newly built chateau, intending to impress King Louis XIV. However, rather than being impressed, the king felt outshined and saw Fouquet's display as an attempt to rival his own authority. Shortly afterward, Fouquet was arrested and spent the rest of his life in prison. Fouquet's mistake was simple but fatal. He made the king feel insecure, leading to his downfall. A modern example of this principle comes from the business world. In corporate settings, high-achieving employees sometimes unintentionally threaten their superiors by displaying their skills too overtly. A classic example is when executives or managers hire extremely talented subordinates, only to later feel overshadowed by their success. In some cases, they may subtly sabotage their subordinates' career out of fear of being replaced. Think about Steve Jobs and John Sculley at Apple. While Jobs was the visionary, Sculley, the CEO, eventually orchestrated Jobs' departure, feeling overshadowed by his brilliance. It took years for Jobs to return to the company he built, a powerful reminder of how even the brightest minds can fall victim to this dynamic. An interesting historical case can also be found in the court of Julius Caesar. Marcus Brutus, a close friend and protege of Caesar, was beloved by the people and known for his integrity. But as Caesar amassed more power and Brutus' popularity grew, tensions arose. Although Brutus was not necessarily outshining Caesar, Caesar's increasing paranoia about being outdone by those around him led to the infamous plot against his life. This law shows how even perceived power can lead to destructive outcomes. On the opposite end, take William Cecil, the long-serving advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. Cecil understood the delicate balance of power. Although he was the Queen's most trusted advisor, he never sought to overshadow her or take credit for her decisions. By keeping his influence subtle and always elevating the Queen, Cecil retained power for decades. So how can we apply this principle in our own lives? The key takeaway is to always make those in power feel secure. If you want to rise in an organization or maintain good relationships with those above you, be mindful of their egos. Find ways to demonstrate your competence without directly challenging their authority. Compliment their decisions, offer support, and make sure they feel they're the ones in control. Remember, power dynamics are complex, and success doesn't always come to the person with the most skill or talent, but often to the person who best understands how to navigate the egos and insecurities of those in charge. Use this law wisely to position yourself as a valuable asset rather than a threat. Thank you for joining me today in breaking down Law 1 of Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into mastering the art of power dynamics. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive into Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. See you next time.